KWM is a place for all who suffer from kidney disease. No matter what stage you're at in your journey, we are here for you. KWM is a platform for kidney warriors to tell their personal story. KWM offers many ways to tell your story. Our Warriors Wall is a platform in which we allow the warrior to tell their story in a short blog format. Our warrior stories, we take your story and we place it on video, with voiceover telling your story. Do you have a message for all kidney warriors? We can give you a message of hope. You come on camera and speak your message of hope to other kidney warriors. Our final conversation starter is our line of Kidney Warrior merchandise. Go to www.kidneywarriormerch.com. KWM. Starting conversations.
Hey guys, welcome back to Hope with Jonathan, and I'm your host, Jonathan Traylor. Hey guys, tonight we have a very, very special guest all the way from Toronto, Canada, Mr. Kyle Hockridge from KWM Kidney Warrior Merch, also the host of a Canadian Kidney Conversations podcast. Guys, listen, Kyle's going to come on tonight, and he's going to talk about why he started KWM Kidney Warrior Merch, why he started a podcast. This is going to be an awesome interview, guys. Stay tuned. I really, really hope you guys will get engaged and will share this with all your friends. Let's get this out there. And again, guys, we really appreciate all the support for Hope with Jonathan. Thank you very much for all the subscribers and all the likes, all the comments, all the feedback has been very positive. I definitely appreciate. And I really, really appreciate all of your support. I really do. Hey, guys, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and announce our guest and bring him on. Let him talk about KWM and the Canadian Kidney Conversations podcast. So welcome to the show tonight, guys, Mr. Kyle Hockridge. Hey, my friend, how are you doing tonight?
Very well, very well. Thank you for that amazing intro. I got to get you a better picture of me, though.
Oh, you look great, man. You look great.
Thanks.
So,
Thanks for having me back again.
No problem, man. I really appreciate it. I've interviewed you before, but it's been a while since we had you on the show. So I wanted to bring you on because you just launched a new podcast. So we wanted to get you on here and talk about KWM as well. So for those of you out there that don't know Kyle, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, my name is Kyle. I'm living in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. We started KWM because my wife has polycystic kidney disease and has been on dialysis for 2 years. As many of you know, probably already heard me on the show a few times. we started KWM as a merchandise company and quickly made a change to it, shut it down and made a change. We started giving back to the community in a way that we realized it's important to tell your story as a kidney warrior. And the only way to get some help or get into a community is by speaking to other people. So we thought of many ways to help that happen. And we came up with our Warriors Wall, which is telling your story in a blog format, which you saw at the beginning of the show if you saw the opening commercial there. We also have Warrior Stories, which was a video format, which we put on YouTube. So we take your story from the Warriors Wall and we move it into a video format and put it to some pictures. I know there's an amazing one on our YouTube channel right now with Jonathan's story that's up there and many other warriors, but that's one that we have up there. We also felt a need to remember warriors that have fallen and gone before us. And when we created the memorial wall where you can submit the story of a loved one, and we put them up there so all can remember the battle that they fought. The most important thing about KWM to us is our slogan, starting conversation. So we try and guide you into starting your search for a living donor, or it could be finding a community member to help you along with your journey. Then we also have our merchandise line, which is also a conversation starter. I know with my shirt and other shirts that I have created, mugs, my wife has worn, and people have said to her, I didn't know you had kidney disease. Because as we know, people with kidney disease don't have a runny nose and coughing, and they don't look sick, but they're very sick on the inside. So
right.
It's a way to advertise for yourself that you are a kidney warrior, and maybe it will start that conversation into somebody leading into possibly being your donor.
Right. No, when you contacted me, it's been about a year since you contacted me. I've seen so much growth with KWM across the board. Your initial reasons of starting KWM at first to where you are now with it, and advocacy with for others, and sharing other warrior stories, and just doing what you're doing with the blogs and all of that, and turn your blog into a video and all that stuff, or turn your story into a video, which I think is an amazing ideal. Like you said, you can go over to KWM's YouTube channel and check that out. There's some pretty cool some videos over there, some messages of hope is what we're calling them, and just some amazing stuff that's coming out of KWM. And so I was going to ask you, so what is the hardcore reason of why you started KWM?
Like you said, in each phase that we've grown, the reasonings got more and more. We've also realized, when I researched and I looked at other platforms, each reason's gotten more and more, because I'm trying to see, I find holes. So one thing that I do have a background in and in education is social media marketing and management. I have a diploma I received doing that course. So I'm able to look for holes in the pattern of telling your story. So I've noticed holes. So for example, telling your story in a blog format's a great thing, and that may be someone's comfort level, and they're not willing to get on a show like yours, and they're not willing to do a podcast. They're very nervous about it. So
right.
The more platforms that we can expand, even our video warrior stories, they don't have to be on camera. It's their written story. So the reason for starting it has changed each time we've added a new aspect to it. It's because we've realized there's a hole or a gap, and we need to fill that gap. Um, I know we talked a bit backstage, but this is the perfect time to. I don't know when someone's going to watch this, but we're coming out with a new platform that fills an even bigger gap that you can find on our website is KWM Plus. And I'll just give a brief aspect of it. It's where we realize now in telling your story and social media is becoming a pay to play aspect, meaning you need to pay some money to get the views that you want. So we're taking that and we're reaching out to local businesses across Canada and across the United States, individuals that want to donate, and we're going to take that as a nonprofit. We're turning into a nonprofit, and we're going to put that directly into helping kidney warriors get their story even further than what natural social media will be able to do. One thing that we notice is a lot of kidney warriors are sharing in kidney groups that everyone needs a kidney. So your likelihood of finding that kidney in that group is very slim. So we want to educate also on bringing out where to even paying for advertising, paying for video quality, better quality video. We partnered with copywriters to get your story really crisp and clean so it'll attract the attention of someone reading it. So everything we do is because we see a hole and we need to fill that hole and we need to fill that gap because our ultimate goal is to get everyone a kidney.
Right.
I know that would be a very, one kidney is beautiful, two are beautiful, but if we could get everyone a kidney that comes forward to KWM, that would be absolutely amazing.
No, it would be. It would be totally amazing. That's one of the reasons why we do this show here is that, when we share a warrior story and interview them, feature their story, we're in great hopes that someone will come along and feel compelled by listening to their story and feel a connection and want to step forward to be their hero and be their donor. And I think that would be the amazing reward for doing a show, podcast, having a website, whatever you're doing. If you're reaching people and someone feels compelled to step forth to be a donor, then I mean, what an amazing reward! It's worth its weight in gold and beyond. I mean, there's no monetary value you can put on that, and so I think that's amazing. And I think you should be commended for that. And you also had just launched a podcast called the Canadian Kidney Conversations Podcast. Why don't you talk a little bit about why you started that?
Okay, before I get into that, let's just have a little fun here. And we'll go from KWM and,
Awesome.
we wear a lot of different hats in this industry. So there we go. We'll talk about Canadian Kidney Conversations right now.
Awesome. There you go. That's cool.
Sorry, just a little fun there.
Oh, yeah.
Canadian Kidney Conversations it's kind of started by Jonathan. You were, we talk to each other and we say, I planted a seed, and you were saying to me, you should do a show with KWM, and it would be a great thing, and turn from the blog to warrior stories, a message of hope, and do another show. And I really didn't want to. I kind of left the shows up to you and the other shows that are out there. And, you kept giving me the idea, and I was like, maybe I should do a show. And yeah. I'm not comfortable enough, I can say, to do a live stream show on myself. And I think all the hosts that have shows do an amazing job, and their work is amazing. I just don't have the confidence in myself. So I said I could do a podcast show where I'm not on camera all the time.
Right.
But I wanted to be different. you guys all have podcasts, and a lot of the hosts for the shows are in the United States.
Right.
So I said, I mean, we talked about it a couple of times, and was I going to do a KWM focus show? And I didn't really want to go that route. I wanted to branch away a little bit, do the same thing, have the same topics. But I'm also noticing that up here in Canada, we don't have any shows. There's no Canadian hosts up here. There's no one doing what you guys do in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
So how could I do the same, have the same product, but be a little different? And I came up with the name Canadian Kidney Conversations. And what I've done and how I've grown that show is my website. We've gone from, we're taking Canadian kidney warriors, Canadian medical staff, Canadian kidney professionals, and we're going to grow with them and give a Canadian aspect to the world of kidney disease. The slogan that I created for Canadian Kidney Conversations is made by Canadians for, sorry, I messed that one up. Canadian Kidney Conversations is a show by Canadians with Canadians, but for the world to hear. So we want everyone to hear our aspect of, and it will give a different aspect of how does kidney disease work in Canada? How does transplant work in Canada? How does dialysis work in Canada? What kind of medications are we taking in Canada? You know, where are we with mechanical kidneys in Canada? Right. How does a nurse's shift at dialysis work? So we're looking at, and actually, sorry, even diet. What is the Canadian kidney diet versus the American one? So we're creating a platform that will give a different aspect to the kidney world and hopefully educate some people. And it may even, we would hope with that is get a platform that maybe we can educate someone that we do something different that could be better. And then that person hears our show and takes it down to the US and changes something, and it's better for everybody.
Right. Oh, I definitely think that podcast is a great tool to share stories of hope and educate people on kidney disease, sharing your kidney warrior story, to advocate. So many different things that you can do with a podcast. And, from what I'm understanding, there's not a lot of people doing it in Canada. So I think you kind of got like an untapped market there that you'll be, really popular, successful, by doing a podcast and, what you're doing for advocacy. I think it's amazing. I wanted to talk a little bit about where people could find it. And that's one of the reasons why I'm sharing the website right now. Guys, if you're watching this and you're wondering where to go to check out all the information that we're talking about, you can go right there to the website, as you can see right there on the screen, www.kidneywarriormerch.com. And as you can see on my share screen here, you can click right here and you can go right to the podcast. Where exactly are you streaming right now? Are you on Spotify or where are you?
We are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor. There's a bunch of them, and the list is like really long. I think pretty much all the same places yours are on. And as you know, the list goes on, and pretty much anywhere you can find a podcast, we've been accepted and we are on that platform.
Okay, great. Yeah. And then this is his website here. As you can see, there's a lot of different pages, as he was discussing before. We have the Warriors Wall here, the Warriors Memorial, supporters and sponsors. He's also got a blog here. He just recently released a blog that is an amazing read. You should definitely go over and check out that blog. And here's the KWM Plus, but I'll let him expand on that if he wanted to. He mentioned that in the interview. But guys, definitely. And then if you feel like you want to help support KWM. They have the shop button now, and you could click on this. I'll click on it and let you see kind of what it where it's going to go and kind of what it looks like. As you can see, they have a little bit of everything on here. They have t-shirts for men, they have t-shirts for ladies, they have hoodies, a little bit of everything. What all do you have on this, Kyle?
Oh my, there's leggings, mugs, t-shirts, sweaters, pretty much you name it. It's up there. Masks for,
Yeah,
because kidney warriors are immune suppressant, so
right.
wearing your mask is very important. We have masks on there. Um, mugs. There's decals for your car, just
Yep,
stickers. You
yep,
name it, it's pretty much up there. And if it's not up there and you like it, or you're like, hey, I like that design, you can
yep.
email us and we'll get it right on there for you.
I really like this one right here. Never let hope become a memory. Kidney warrior. This is an awesome. I would say out of all of these, this is probably my favorite one. I
But you're
guess
so
because it mentions the word hope. So, but
yeah.
that's an awesome one. I think you got some really cool stuff on here. And like you said, got hoodies and t-shirts, even stuff for the kiddos on here as well.
Yeah, on this end, it's still showing my homepage. It didn't click over.
Oh, it didn't click over. Okay.
No.
All right. Well, like I said, guys, if you want to check out all the stuff that we're talking about, you can definitely go over to his website, check it out. There's some really, really cool stuff. Uh, like I said, if you're a kidney warrior and you want to share your story, you can contact Kyle. Kyle, where can they contact you at?
You can head over to the website and there's a contact us page on there. But we just have a simple email, admin, ADMIN, at kidneywarriormerch.com.
Hmm.
That comes directly to us. We're on all social media platforms, so you can direct message us as well. Um, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. We're on all those pages, even TikTok.
Yep.
So you can direct message us right there, and especially if you're a Canadian. Now, we won't turn you away if you come to Canadian Kidney Conversations podcast. We'll redirect you. Um, we Everyone should have that opportunity, and we have so many connections. And it's not, I'm not being. I don't want to shut people out, but we just try and have a different avenue with Canadian Kidney Conversations. But we know Jonathan. We know so many other people that have shows. And if you're American and you still want to get on a show, we'll be more than happy to redirect you. And if we can't get you on a show, you know what? We've had one guy on our show already who is an American guy. He had to take a test and he passed. So, we honored him as with Canadian citizenship.
Yep. I'm an honorary Canadian kidney warrior.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, I think it's amazing what you're doing with KWM and the podcast now, and I really think it's great. I've seen so much growth over a year, as you have seen with me, and it's just been amazing to watch. And I wanted to bring you on and feature you and talk to you about it. And I just think it's awesome what you're doing in the kidney space, in the kidney community. And I wish you all the best with it, man. I think I wish you all the blessings in the world that you'll be successful with this and help some people out. And I think we have been. And also, me and Kyle's had this deal since we started that if you shared your story with us, and we selected you as the Warrior of the Month, and we featured probably a handful of warriors that we've done interviews with. And they've all been amazing. I mean, we've done some really amazing featurettes of some Warriors of the Month. But again, if you submit that story over to Kyle, And and we put it up, and we end up selecting you as the Warrior of the Month. You get an interview with Hope with Jonathan, and Kyle comes on and he co-hosts with me. And we, like I said, we've had some really impactful. We've had Judy Aiken on from Hawaii. We've had Dee Moore from Birmingham, England. We've had Janina Swift and her story, which is an amazing interview. So we've had quite a few. Yeah, we've had Michelle Silverston, and that was an amazing. She's a 2-time kidney transplant recipient. She had an incredible story. And you guys, listen. We're going to be probably bringing Judy back in really soon, doing another interview with her soon. So, but again, guys, featuring these warrior stories. If you shared your story, then you get selected as the Warrior of the Month. If you guys have a story, whether it be a kidney patient, or just maybe you've just been diagnosed with kidney disease, maybe you're on dialysis, maybe you're a transplant recipient, definitely submit your story over with Kyle. And like I said, if you get selected, you're going to get an interview with with Hope with Jonathan. We're going to feature you as the Warrior of the Month. And like I said, you have to be selected, and you have to definitely do the first thing. The ball's in your court. You gotta submit that story over to Kyle, and Kyle will handle it from there. But it's been a great partnership with KWM, with Hope with Jonathan. Like I said, we've really had some great interviews, and it's been an honor to work with you, Kyle.
And I mean, you can speak to it as well. The people that we have interviewed as Warrior of the Month, they've been viewed by other people, and many doors have opened for them.
Mm-hmm.
For Judy, for Dee, for Michelle, great things have happened to them, and it's helped expand their story, which is exactly why we do what we do. The further we can push your story, the more people see it, and that it improves the chance of your donation of a kidney. But not only that, if we look at some of the stories that we told, it inspires other people. That's what we look for too. It's not just about people that need a kidney. So if you were transplanted like Michelle was, her story inspired others that that not all hope is lost for them, and they can receive that kidney. And also with her story, I know she connected with another couple of warriors that she was able to advise on her experience.
Yep. Oh, she's got an incredible story. And like you said, other people they get on Hope with Jonathan, and then, you see them later on, they're featured in other places, and, they get asked to interview on maybe a larger platform, or even some other opportunities that came their way. And I'm not saying it doesn't have anything to do with my show. I just think that they go from doing an interview with us and then end up, getting offers to do even, bigger and better things. I just think it's amazing. I think it's awesome.
I think it really truly stems from what our slogan is about at KWM, and that's starting conversations.
Right.
Because if you don't start the conversation, you can't grow. And once you start the conversation, the roads are endless that you can go down.
Yep.
But also, with KWM, we take each warrior's comfort level we look at that, and some people even say to me, you know what, I can't type my story. You know what, we're going to get on a Zoom call and I'm going to write it out for you. So, never be afraid to reach out. I mean, I know there was a day back in probably, like you said, about a year, I reached out to some guy that had a show called Hope with Jonathan, not knowing if he would say, this guy's crazy. And we've grown so much together, and it's been one of the best things I ever did by sending out that email explaining what I did, and we're helping so many more people.
Yeah, it was a step of faith is what it was. I mean, you didn't know whether or not I was a real jerk or whatever, but it took that step of faith, that leap of faith. But because you did that, we made a strong connection, and I think going forward, like you said, it definitely was a divine a divine connection, and there was a reason why we met, and I really feel like we're helping people, and I think it's incredible what you're doing with KWM. And Kyle, if you could, before we close out the show, I always give the opportunity to the guests to maybe give somebody out there that is battling kidney disease, dialysis, or maybe they just received a transplant. But we all have tough times. We all have hard days. Why don't you share? Like the name of the show is Hope with Jonathan. We like to share and what you do is a message of hope. So why don't you share a little bit of a hope with someone that may need some uplifting? You have some words for us.
Caught me off guard there. Hope, you never give up hope. If you have hope, you have something to hold on to. I know I've created a post where, it's like a mountain and the guy's holding on to hope. And as long as you have hope, you have something. Without hope, we have nothing. I know it can be very frustrating, very long, drawn out process, especially when we hear in some areas 7 to 10 years to receive a deceased donor kidney. Reach out to us. This is why we're here, and others do what they do. Other people have other shows. Start your conversation. Starting your conversation is holding on to hope. When you bring your story forward and you bring it forward to people that can help, like I said earlier in the interview, we're trying to fill in the gaps. So the more gaps that we fill in, we're going to make the process a lot smoother for each individual warrior. I personally am not a kidney warrior. And I guess the one message that I'd like to give is to kidney caregivers, because that's what I am. So I do this KWM and Canadian Kidney Conversations, but my main focus is my wife and helping her. Currently, right now, tomorrow morning we have her 4th training for peritoneal dialysis, and every day it can be very frustrating as a caregiver. But my message to you would be just hold on, and even if you're a caregiver and you just want someone to talk to, I'm here. And I know what you're going through. A lot of times we can't figure out what the warrior is going through. I know I've spoken with your wife a few times, Jonathan, and we can connect better, and you and my wife can connect better because we each have our own level. So just hold on and fight the fight with the warrior and just continue to stay by their side. But also, you are very important. You're very important in their journey, and they need you more than you would ever know. And you may not hear it, and we don't do it for praise. We do it out of love. So, but you are just as important as the doctor, the nurse, and the dialysis machine. Your love and support for that warrior goes further than you would ever know.
Well, that's perfect, Kyle, man. You started, and it just started coming to you.
Yeah.
But no, that's a perfect message of hope, man. Great words, great commentary. Really appreciate it, man. You're going to uplift someone with that, and I think it's beautiful. And with that being said, I really don't have anything to add to that because everything you said was just great. I kind of myself personally, I look at hope a lot like faith. I believe it's almost one and the same. And if you're a person of faith and you believe is another strong word that I really hang on to is hope, faith, love, believe. All 4 of those words are just really strong for me and have a lot of meaning to me. But if you have faith and you're a person of faith, definitely continue to have faith in whatever you believe in. I mean, I believe in God, so I have a lot of faith in God and in Christ. And but hold on to your faith. Hold on to your faith, because faith turns into hope, and hope is what you need to hang on to when you're battling something like chronic kidney disease. And you also are going to need support. Your support system is going to be crucial to you. It's on your tough days, on your down days, you definitely need to hang on to your support system, whether it be family, friends, a local church, a community center, wherever you find your support from, you definitely need to hang on to it, because when you battle something like chronic kidney disease, kidney failure, kidney dialysis, kidney transplant, it's definitely tough, and you need somebody there to be your support system. But again, guys, this has been an amazing interview with Mr. Kyle Hockridge from Toronto, Canada, KWM, Canadian Kidney Conversation Podcast. So, guys, y'all go check that out. Go check out his website. Go check out the podcast. And again, guys, we really appreciate everybody tuning in. Y'all stay safe out there. Remember to continue to stay mindful of the COVID. Stay safe. Take care. And remember to take care of your kidneys.